Hi guys, Horse here. If that's what I've continued to call this channel, I'm really not sure. About a year ago I did my complete horror Blu-ray collection in 2 parts, but I'm hoping now that I'm doing it on my phone, I can do it in 1. I guess we'll find out. As you can see, there's a huge block of missing stuff on the shelf. That's what I've got to my side here, and we're going to talk about. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I do have to say there's a few things that aren't in this spot because they're in different parts of my collection. For example, I've got Stranger Things Season 1 and Slasher Season 1. For whatever reason, I don't have those here. I'm staring at them right now, and now I'm second guessing why they're not in my horror collection. I also have a show called Intruders, because I do have one TV show in here. But then again, it's also connected to a movie franchise, but oh well. And Penny Dreadful, that's kind of horror, the series. I've got the 3 seasons on Blu-ray, but for whatever reason I don't have them here in this spot in my collection. I also have, there's an anime called High School of the Dead, that's horror, that's not here in this part of the video. Frankenweenie, I got some superhero stuff, trying to think what it's called. Blade, the Blade trilogy, the anime and the TV series isn't here. Constantine isn't here. Lucifer seasons 1 through 3 aren't in this spot. I think that's it. Swamp Thing, that's horror, I think. That's in my DC, along with the sequel. Ghostbusters 1, 2, and the remake. I don't have them here. They're in a different section of my collection, and I feel like I'm forgetting one. Oh, Goosebumps, that's another one. It's not here in the spot of the collection, but I do have them, if you consider any of those horror enough, but they're just not in mine. I mean, I have them, they're just not in this part of the collection. Alright, so I thought I'd start off with a few DVDs here. We got the Boogeyman 5-film collection. It contains Boogeyman, Boogeyman 2, Boogeyman 3, The Boogeyman from 1980, and The Return of Boogeyman. I've only seen the first film a long time ago, and they're all in a stack system, which is disgusting. But I have those. We got Candyland. Haven't watched this yet. The original Fright Night, which is good. House of 9, I got this because it's got Peter Capaldi in it, and I enjoyed it. The Last Man on Earth, and this includes the color and black and white version. I've only seen it in black and white. A Little Bit Zombie. Plan 9 from Outer Space. And the remake and / reimagining Plan 9. And that's what I got on DVD. I also have Arsenic and Old Lace on DVD. That just takes place on Halloween, not really a horror movie. I feel like I'm forgetting and I got Existence, but I've been told it's not. I've been told it's horror and not horror, but I do own it. I don't really know if that belongs in the horror section. And then I've also got like Godzilla and King Kong. I keep talking about other things that I got. I also have those. I don't really consider those horror, but they are classified as horror movies, apparently. I don't know. Alright, so continue on to the Blu-rays. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bloody stacks. 10 Cloverfield Lane. I really enjoyed that. 28 Days and 28 Weeks Later. I really liked the first one. The second one's pretty good. This is a horror pack exclusive, number 21. 420 Massacre. I didn't really care for that one. I thought that was kind of a bore. One of my favorite horror movies. Some of these are in plastic sleeves, some of them aren't. Because I was supposed to be having a roommate that had a kid, and I didn't want the kid to damage my slips, but now I don't live with that person anymore, and so I don't really need these plastic cases. But Abraham Lincoln and the Vampire Hunter on Blu-ray. Actually, it's a 3D. I really enjoy this movie a lot, but because I don't really need the plastics anymore, but I got them. Another Horror Pack exclusive, number 27, Against the Night. I really enjoyed this one. I really did. I thought that was a good one. It's a good ghost hunter story. The Alien Anthology. This includes Alien, Aliens, Alien 3, and Resurrection, and it comes in a nice little flipper book. Dropping stuff. It comes in a nice little flipper book. And fun fact, I haven't seen any of these. So, and I've had this for well over a year and I haven't watched any of the Alien movies. You got An American Werewolf in London. I really enjoyed this. I haven't seen the sequel though. American Werewolf in Paris. The OG Amityville Horror. And the... Some of these are out of place. The remake of Amityville Horror with Ryan Reynolds. I haven't seen that yet though. Annabelle. I feel like this is really dark in here. And Annabelle Creation. I really like Annabelle Creation. Annabelle was kind of boring. The Apparition. This was a bit of a bore for me. Might get rid of that. Are We the Waiting? This is a very low budget film directed by Michael Taylor Pritt. And he's produced a couple other movies that I like to get. This wasn't anything like super like fantastic, but I did enjoy it. It's a good fun slasher, low budget. As Above, So Below. This movie creeped me out. Attack the Block, starring Jodie Whittaker and Nick Frost and the guy from the new Star Wars movies. The guy that plays Finn. John Boyega. Oh man, this movie creeped me out. Autopsy of Jane Doe. That movie's in front of me. Already 7 minutes in. The Axe Murders of Villisca. I enjoyed that. Babadook, I think it's a bit overrated. The Barber, I enjoyed that. Beetlejuice, classic Michael Keaton. The Belko Experiment, I enjoyed that. Kind of, yeah, Office Space meets Battle Royale. That's what it says on the cover. I haven't gotten the chance to watch this. I bought this last Christmas and then didn't get around to it. Hoping to get to it this year, this Christmas, which I probably will. I've only got a few Christmas movies that I haven't seen in my collection, so I'll probably get to it. Better Watch Out. The Birds. Bitter Feast. This is a Horror Pack exclusive, number 16. I think it's alright. I'm probably going to get rid of it. This was disappointing. The Black Dahlia Haunting. This is another Horror Pack, number 22. I thought this was lame and boring, and it's got like the same back cover art as the I think the original Black Dahlia Haunting, because I thought it was that. I thought this was like the actual movie, but it's not. This is definitely not, and this was, I didn't like it. This was trash. Blood Diner. I haven't gotten to that yet, but that's a Vestron. This is The Boy with Rannen Wilson. It's alright. I wasn't like super excited with it. Got the Boy with the doll. I enjoyed that one. Oh, this disc is loose. I don't know how I got loose. Bram Stoker's Dracula. A 2-pack with A Brush with Death and Harvest of Fear. I didn't really care for either of those. I thought they were both trash. Ooh, this is one that I really enjoyed. Burying the X with Antoine Yelchin and Alexandria Daddario and Ashley Greene. So I really enjoyed that one. This was like a Best Buy exclusive at the time. And I didn't really like this movie, The Bye-Bye Man. Bought this, didn't like it, and then was getting ready to get rid of it, and Horror Pack sent a copy that was signed. So I was like, well, dang it. Guess I'll keep it. Alright, continuing on, we got Cabin in the Woods, classic movie there. Making sure the disc was in there. This is Horror Pack number 28, Cannibal Holocaust. Haven't seen this yet. I literally just got this today, and I'm excited to dig into it. I like the cover art on it, though. And I believe this is the Cannibal Holocaust movie that has so much fame behind it. A Carrie 2-pack with the original and the new. I think so, yeah. Here, Chloe Grace Moretz. Yeah. So it's got the old one and the new one. And honestly, I like the remake a bit more. I don't know. That's just me. We got Chernobyl Diaries. I really enjoyed that one. Children of the Corn Genesis. This was alright. I don't have any of the other Children of the Corn movies. Chopping Mall. I enjoyed that one. We got the Chucky box set with Child's Play 1, 2, 3. Bride of Chucky, which was decent. Seed of Chucky, which was... Oh, that was weird. And Curse of Chucky, which was a decent one. I really liked Curse of Chucky. It's the box set. And then we got Cult of Chucky, which I really dug up until towards the end, and then it got really, really weird. The Clown, Eli Roth movie, that was pretty good. The Collector, I like that one. And The Collection, not as good as the first, but I think it's got a nice, it ties this series to an end. The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2, both movies creeped me out. This is another Horror Pack exclusive, number 9, The Dark Below. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I thought it was really boring. Basically, somebody's trapped under the ice. It's kind of a silent-ish movie all throughout. But it's signed, and that's probably the only reason that I'd keep it. A Dark Song. I thought it got weird and disappointing. There's a weird masturbation scene in it, too. I didn't like it. Dawn of the Dead and Land of the Dead. This is the remake of Dawn of the Dead by Zack Snyder. I really enjoyed the remake. I haven't seen the original. And then Land of the Dead, which was pretty good. And then we got Day of the Dead, too. That's pretty good. I like Day of the Dead. And we got Dead Hooker in a Trunk. That was a pretty fun movie. It's about a dead hooker in the trunk. We got Dead in Tombstone. That's a pretty fun movie. I'd like to see the sequel. Deadly Crush. This had some weird ghost porn going on. It was... It's another Horror Pack exclusive, number 25, and so was Dead Hooker in a Trunk. That was number 19. Deathgasm. This was a pretty fun movie, I thought, for the most part. The Descent. I really enjoyed The Descent. And then the not-so-stellar sequel, The Descent Part 2. It was alright, but the first one was definitely better. Devil. Really enjoyed this movie. It's an M. Night Shyamalan based, and it all takes place with the devil in the elevator, and you gotta figure out who's the devil. Devil's Due. This is like a couple go on the wedding, and she gets pregnant, and it happens to be something to do with the cult circle, and they're bringing forth the devil. It was alright. It's found footage, and I didn't get too into it, but it was okay. Don't Breathe. This movie was disgustingly good. Don't Knock Twice. It was alright. Alright. Just rolling on the letter D, and we're like freaking 15 minutes in. Alright. Let me get a drink of water here. Alright. We got The Editor. I haven't checked that one out yet. the original Evil Dead. I like that one. Evil Dead 2. It's pretty good. I absolutely adore Army of Darkness. And we got Ash vs. the Evil Dead Season 1. Season 2. And Season 3. Season 2 is by far my favorite. Season 3 was kind of weak. And Season 1 was pretty good. And the remake, which I quite enjoyed. Exeter. I haven't seen this yet, so I don't really have an opinion. The Exorcist. Oh, this is actually not just The Exorcist. This is the complete anthology, which includes The Exorcist, Exorcist 2, The Heretic, Exorcist 3, an extended director's cut of The Exorcist, Exorcist The Beginning, and Dominican prequel to The Exorcist. So, 5 movies in that box set. We got Eyes of Our Mother. This was a weird movie. Fender Bender. I enjoyed Fender Bender. That was a fun slashery horror movie. The Final Destination franchises with 1, 2, 3, 4 set. I got that at Target a couple years ago. It's buy 2 get 1 free sale. And then the 5th one. I haven't seen the 5th one yet. Oh, is the disc even in good condition? It better be. Ooh, oh, that's good condition. It's kind of like a see-through disc. Like, you can still see me through it. Oh, it's weird. This disc looks really fake. Maybe this is a bootleg. I don't know. Somebody gave this to me for free, so I hope it's legit. Alright, continuing on, we got The Final Girls. Sorry. I'm trying to think. I just saw something with him in it. What the heck did I see him in recently? What the heck? He was like, oh, he's in Pitch Perfect. That's what I saw him in recently. Firestarter. This is a classic Stephen King film. You got The Fly, David Cronenberg's The Fly with Jeff Goldblum. I really enjoyed this. This was really good. Disgusting, but good. You got The Forest. This was a pretty good movie. Has to do with girl, sister going missing in the forest of the dead kind of a thing in Japan. It was pretty good. The remake of Fright Night with Colin Farrell and Antoine Yelchin, David Tennant, and who's the girl? Christopher Mintz-Plasse. That's not the girl, though. I don't know. Tony Cloet? I don't know. Either case, I really enjoyed this one. Of course, I just have a thing for David Tennant, and I love Antoine Yelchin, and I enjoy Colin Farrell, and I like Christopher Mintz-Plasse. So I really enjoyed this. And then, I really didn't care for this. This is Fright Night Part 2, New Blood. That was kind of I actually really don't remember it. I remember watching it, though. I don't know. Yeah, the Friday the 13th collection. This is parts 1 through 8. So 1, 2, 3D, Final Chapter, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, The New Blood, and Jason Takes Manhattan. The movie... I'm not the biggest fan of the Friday the 13th movies, but I got them. And then I've got the remake. Continuing on, we got Frozen. I really enjoyed Frozen. Frozen was a great film. And The Funhouse Massacre. I love this movie. It might have been partly due to one, the fact that Freddy Krueger's in it, and two, the guy in it dresses as the Seventh Doctor. So might be a bit of a fan thing. And we got the movie Get Out. This was a pretty good movie. I remember it got nominated for like a comedy. I don't know what that was about, but it was a good movie. You got The Gift. The Gift was pretty good. I really enjoyed Jason Bateman, so I can't complain. Green Room. I really enjoyed Green Room. Gremlins. Gremlins is classic. Good Christmassy movie. And Gremlins 2. I enjoyed Gremlins 2. Oh, that's just me. Alright. So now we got the Halloween box set. I absolutely adore this franchise. Gonna give it a little attention. So you got the original, which is classic. I just showed that to my girlfriend. She just made fun of it, but that's okay. She enjoyed it. She just made fun of it. Halloween 2, I love that. That takes place in the hospital. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. And it's not because it doesn't have Michael Myers in it. I don't know, I didn't really get into it. And I knew it didn't have Michael Myers in it. And I didn't watch it in sequence. Like, I didn't watch this whole franchise in sequence and was, like, expecting Michael to show up. I knew he wasn't in it. And I watched it outside of its run. But, I don't know, I still couldn't get into it. Yeah, Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. I enjoyed this one. Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. This was alright. And Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. Once again, I enjoyed it. I haven't seen the producer's cut of it, though. Halloween H2O, honestly, if this is where the franchise would have ended, I would have been A-okay. I really enjoyed this movie. It's not the greatest, but I absolutely had the most fun with this. Yeah, it's Halloween Resurrection. It's bad. I don't know. I hate the beginning. I don't mind all the BS that happens after, spoiler alert, what happens after Laurie Strode's death, but Laurie Strode's death is so bad. We got this Rob Zombie Halloween remake, which, honestly, I enjoy. I think this is the director's cut, though. I think this is just the director's cut. So I don't have the original, which I should probably get. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed, I enjoyed this a lot. And then Halloween 2 remake, this was way too weird for me. I don't really actually remember as much now, but it got way too weird. Especially with the freaking unicorn and the mother in the dreams. And then got the cool little book. And I have seen the new Halloween... Oh, shit. Did I just wreck that? No. I have been out to see the new Halloween film, because this is the Monday following the release of that film. And I really enjoyed the new one. I was entertained, and that's all I care about. I know there are a lot of complaints, but I don't know. I was entertained. That's all I care. Hangman, boring. Honestly, I couldn't get into it. Hansel and Gretel Get Baked, boring, trashy. I got it through the Horror Pack set, and Horror Pack was kind of slacking there for a little bit, and that was one of the weaker films that they sent out. Which is sad, because they've sent out some good films. The Happening, haven't watched that yet. I don't even know if that's horror, honestly. I think somebody told me it was, but I haven't seen it yet. And don't spoil it. Happy Death Day, this is the first one. I really enjoyed this movie. I like anything that plays with the concept of time. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to Happy Death Day to you. I don't know why I just sang that. But I am looking forward to that one. So, Happy Death Day. We got Hatchet. I love this franchise. I think it's a fun franchise. Hatchet 2. I really like Hatchet 2 and Hatchet 3. And I think my favorite, for whatever reason, is Victor Crowley. And for a fun fact, Frozen, that movie, Frozen, that I showed earlier, is kind of connected to the franchise. A Haunted House. And A Haunted House 2. Honestly, they're just dumb fun. I enjoy them. They're on that same line of, like, scary movies, so. The Haunting in Connecticut. And The Haunting in Connecticut was alright. The Horseman was kind of lame. I don't know. I couldn't get into it. that was another one that was in the horror pack box. The Hills Have Eyes, this is the original, I haven't seen. And part 2, which I haven't seen. And then we got the box set remake of, if it comes out, The Hills Have Eyes unrated and The Hills Have Eyes 2 unrated. And the rape scene, oh my god. It gets to me. It's dark, it's creepy, it's scary, it's a reinvention of Wes Craven. Sorry, I was just reading that. But yeah, I mean, it's a nice box set. Got Hobo with a Shotgun. This was a pretty fun film. It's Hobo with a Shotgun. The House at the End of the Street. Does this come with the... I didn't even open this up. I remember seeing this a while ago. It wasn't like my favorite, but it was like $5, and I was like, whatever. Like, it's got a code. I could probably sell a code for a couple bucks. I mean... yeah. And, I don't know, Jennifer Lawrence is alright. The House on Willow Street. Haven't watched that yet, but I have it. The House is October Built. I was really creeped out by the first one, and I was really excited to see the second one, and the second one was kind of boring. I don't know. And I think it had like a weird twist to it, I think, from what I remember. Howl. Haven't watched that yet. Get another drink of water here. Into this long video. Alright, on to The Eyes. I Am Legend. I like that. I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's a good movie. I Spit on Your Grave and I Spit on Your Grave 2. The rape scenes are so disgusting. Ugh. It bothers me. It's dark. And I Spit on Your Grave 3, which is kind of fun. The Innkeepers, I haven't seen that yet, so no opinion. The Invasion of the Body Snatchers, that's the 80s one? Yeah. Or 78, yeah. That's classic. The Invisible Man, haven't seen that yet. The original It, which that's weird and kooky, and I don't know. Not necessarily for me, but I did enjoy the remake, and I'm excited for the sequel. It Follows. Gotta crack my back. It Follows is not my favorite horror movie, but it's got a cult following. That's alright. I've only seen the first one of these, Jaws, but I do have 2 and 3 and 4. Jaws the Revenge. Got Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. Oh, I also have Jurassic Park, if you consider that a horror, but I have it in a different section. Jaws anyway. 1 through 4. Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2. I just said that. I like the first one. Second one's alright, and the third one was, I don't know, it was alright. Jennifer's Body. I don't know if you're into Megan Fox. It's alright. Jezebel. This was a little weird, eerie, and creepy. Joyride. I've only got the first one. Haven't seen it, and I know that there's like 3 or 4 of them. This movie was absolute trash. I'm not going to talk about it. Jurassic Dead. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I enjoyed that movie. Another horror pack exclusive, number 12. Killer Party. This was alright. It's like some kind of viruses in the air and it makes people outside go crazy. Killer Pinata. I really enjoyed that one. That was number 11. Krampus, which is good. Yeah, it was. Lair the White Worm. I enjoyed that one. Of course, I got it because Peter Capaldi, so. The Last House on the Left. That's the OG. which was good. And the remake, and once again, the rape scenes are... just thinking about them. What was this one about? Lazarus. This is the Lazarus Effect. I don't really remember much about it. I remember putting it in, but... No, I don't remember liking it, but I don't really remember much about it. I remember them, like, putting, like, something in a monkey, I think. They experimented on a monkey or something. And then they experiment on a person. I don't know. I can't. Ooh! The Leprechaun franchise. This is all 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the Hood, and Back to the Hood, and Origins. I really enjoyed the Leprechaun movies. Especially 1, 2, and 3. 4, I didn't care for. And In the Hood and Back to the Hood were kind of weird. And Origins... I think I would have liked had they not associated with this franchise. Because it's a very different Leprechaun. The Lesson. I love this film because they use... Oh, it's that book. Where there's like a plane crash and there's kids on the island. The Jungle Book? No. What's it called? Does it tell you? Because I read it in class, in like high school. Anyway, it uses a book that I read in high school, and like the teacher has these kids locked up in his garage, and he tortures them, and he teaches them lesson. It's fun. I enjoyed it a lot. Life, haven't seen that yet. Lights Out, I enjoy that movie. That movie creeped me out. The Lost Boys trilogy, 1, The Tribe, and The Thirst. I haven't watched those yet. This is Madman. I enjoyed that one. I like camp horror movies, although I don't like Friday the 13th, and I don't know why. Maggie. I enjoyed Maggie. Oh no, I haven't seen Maggie. What was I thinking of? I don't know. Maggie is one that I wanted to see, though. I'm thinking of a different Schwarzenegger film. I think I'm thinking of Aftermath, which isn't even a horror movie. But Maggie, haven't seen it. But I know it's about zombies, and I think it's like a slow burn. Mama, it's alright. I mean, I was creeped out in the beginning, but by the end I wasn't. Mexico Barbaro, which is a Horror Pack exclusive, number 26. Did not like that. I thought it was boring. Minutes Past Midnight, another Horror Pack that... I'm not big on anthologies. And this is an anthology. This is number 7. But the only thing that I like about this is the fact that Rory from Doctor Who has a horror short. And I liked him in his. Misery, haven't seen that yet. Model Hunger, this lady goes around killing people that try to be pretty for men and kill men that only want pretty women. I don't know. Like, I mean, there's decent commentary on it, but like the execution is not there. Mom and Dad. This is a really fun Nick Cage film in which Nicolas Cage and Selma Blair star in this pitch black horror comedy about a worldwide mass hysteria where, for 24 hours, parents turn violently against their own children. I had a lot of fun with this. Morningside Monster, another one that I think suffers from its production value. Because it's like a murder mystery, and I got behind the mystery, but it suffers from its lack of what it is. But it is signed. And that's Horror Pack number 15. Mr. Brooks, maybe not necessarily a horror movie, but it's a guy who deals with his, like, subconscious who's telling him to kill people, and his subconscious is played by William Hurt, and the main actor is Kevin Costner, and I really like it. The Mummy trilogy. And it's the Brendan Fraser one. So Mummy, Mummy Returns, and the Tomb of the Dragon Emperor. I enjoy the first two. My Bloody Valentine, which is alright. Horror Pack number 10, Night of Something Strange, STD Zombies. That's all I have to say. Night of the Living Dead. It's a Criterion release, classic. Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favorite horror franchises. This concludes A Nightmare on Elm Street, A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Warriors, The Dream Master, which is 4, 5, The Dream Child, 6, Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare, 7, Wes Craven's New Nightmare, and we got Freddy vs. Jason, and A Nightmare on Elm Street. So, yeah. It's weird because I've seen Freddy vs. Jason, but it's not opened. Which is weird. I don't know. Ignore that. And the remake. I enjoy the Nightmare films. Oh, and the documentary Never Sleep Again. Yeah, Oculus. I really like Oculus. I have a thing for Karen Gillian, so. Odd Thomas, Antoine Yelchin. Rest in peace. I enjoy Odd Thomas. Not necessarily horror, but there's a lot of horror things that go on in it. Excuse me. Omega Man. Omega Man is like a remake of, or it's based off of the story I Am Legend, which is a book, and it's the same thing that Last Man on Earth and I Am Legend and Omega Man, they're all based off the same story. Only Lovers Left Alive. It's a weird vampire movie with Tom Hiddleston, Tilda Swinton, Antoine Yelchin, John Hurt. It's alright. Parents. Haven't watched that yet. People Under the Stairs. I really enjoyed this film. I had a lot of fun. Wes Craven. I like Wes Craven, so. Pet Sematary. My first horror film. The Phantasm box set. I've seen all of them but 5, and it includes Phantasm, Phantasm 2, 3, Lord of the Dead, 4, Oblivion, and 5, Ravager. But I've seen all but the last one. Phoenix Forgotten. Haven't seen that yet. Pieces. This is Horror Pack 23. This was actually pretty fun. Plank Face. I didn't care for this. Some weird cult shit. Horror Pack number 17. Gonna get rid of it. Poker Night. I enjoyed all the side stories, but I just wanted to see more of this killer. But it was alright. I thought I heard somebody. Poltergeist, the original. 2 and 3. The remake. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. I really enjoyed it. It's got Matt Smith in it. Maybe that's why I enjoyed it. And it's based off of a book which is written by the same guy that wrote Abraham Lincoln and the Vampire Hunter. And I really enjoyed that. Psycho. Horror Pack exclusive number 20, Psycho Killer. I enjoyed this one. And then Psychos, which I've seen, but I really don't remember anything, and I don't remember it being all that interesting. Might have to rewatch that. Pumpkinhead and Pumpkinhead 2. Those are alright. Ooh, The Purge. Didn't care for the first Purge. I loved Anarchy. And I didn't absolutely love it, but I did enjoy Election Year. We got A Quiet Place, which I really liked. Saw that in theaters. Rare Exports. Red Riding Hood, which I wanted to see for the longest time. I got it for $3 earlier this year, and I watched it, and I was disappointed. Resolution. This was really good. Not necessarily like horror, but I like the intensity. I need to stretch my legs. Return of the Living Dead. I've only got the first one, but I enjoyed it. The Rite. Not big on exorcist things. That's what I've learned from horror things. Like, I'm not huge on anything that has to do with exorcism because that just takes me out of it. Rubber. That's pretty fun. Ooh. Need a drink for this one. I love this franchise a lot. The Saw films. This is parts 1 through 7. I enjoy Jigsaw as a character. I realize they get really ridiculous and really stupid as they continue on, but I enjoy the heck out of that. And I've also got the Jigsaw Steelbook. I don't know why I got this on Steelbook, but I did. But yeah, I really don't know why I bought this on Steelbook. It wasn't like my favorite movie to get on Steelbook, but I don't know, maybe I just really like the art. It's got good art. But I got Jigsaw. And this thing is heavy. It's like, oh, this feels heavier than like usual Steelbooks. But I enjoy Jigsaw. Hoping that they'll make more. Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3. I've only got those 3. I'd like to get 4 and 5. Scare House, which I really enjoyed. And it's signed too. And yeah, I really enjoyed this one. This was a horror pack one, so I recommend it. It was pretty good. Scout's Guide to the Zombie Apocalypse. I really liked that. It was very similar to Zombieland. The Scream franchise, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like those movies. Shallows with the really cool red water. Haven't seen that yet though. Is it even opened? Yeah. The Shining. I've seen that. I liked it. Shocker. I like Shocker. Of course, I just like Wes Craven. Silent House. It stars Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch. It's all done to look like it was filmed in one shot. That was intriguing, but overall, I thought it was kind of lame. Although, I mean, I liked the ending. Like, there's a good twist to it, but Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp 2. And Sleepaway Camp 3. They kind of get worse as they go, although I have a lot of fun with 2, so. Sleepy Hollow. That's the Tim Burton film. I enjoyed it. Smiley. This is that YouTube sensation movie with, who's all in it? Caitlin, Jared, Melanie Papilia, Shane Dawson, Andrew James Allen, Lisa Wheel, Toby Turner, and Robert Bart, and Keith David. It's the huge YouTube horror movie. I enjoyed it. Species. I like Species. I haven't seen any of the others. Split. Split's a good movie. Stakeland. This is another one that I was introduced through Horrorpack, and I really liked it. Stakeland 2. Not as good, but I like vampires, so. Stonehurst Asylum. Not for me. Strange Events. Which, this is also another Horrorpack. Number 14. The Strangers. I really enjoyed The Strangers, and I absolutely want to get the sequel. There's the alternate artwork. Really want to get the sequel on Blu-ray. While it's got a slip still, because I don't want to... I don't want to lose out on a slippy dippy. Might have to go to FYE later. Got Sweeney Todd on Demon's Barber Street. Haven't seen that yet. The original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the sequel. And then the remake and Texas Chainsaw. This is the 2013 film, 2012 film. On to our last stack. 45 minutes in, holy cow. I am so sorry. Time Walker. The classic The Thing. This Is the End. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. Train to Busan. Really good, actually. It's a great zombie movie. Trick or Treat. Oh, you know, I'm not saying this is a great movie, but I am saying I'd love to see a sequel. And I also like this movie because it was my girlfriend and I's first date, and that is Truth or Dare. I have a lot of fun with this movie. It was just a good first date, so I like it. Truth or Dare. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. Fun film. Tusk. Some weird stuff happens with the man getting turned into a walrus. Tremors. This is 1 through 4. I've only seen like one of these movies in part. So, and I think there's like 6 or 7 of them. Underworld. I haven't seen any of these, but this includes Underworld, Underworld Evolution, Rise of the Lincolns, Awakening, and Blood Wars. Just dropped that. Unfriended, and I think a sequel just came out, Dark Web, which I'd like to see. I liked Unfriended, and I didn't at the same time. Because honestly, all the characters in it were crappy, and I just wanted them all to die. So I didn't care about any of the characters. Another kind of spoof movie. Vampires Suck. Victor Frankenstein. I was kind of disappointed with that when I saw it. The Visit. That was a really good movie. This is another horror pack that that I really enjoyed. I'm just dropping. I'm burping and I don't know why. This is another horror pack that I really enjoyed. Volumes of Blood. I think this is part 2, but this is horror pack exclusive 18, and I had a lot of fun with it. The Ward. A good John Carpenter movie. I haven't seen any of these. The Wishmaster. So, Wishmaster 2, Evil Never Dies, 3, Beyond the Gates of Hell, and 4, The Prophecy Fulfilled. We got The Witch, which was pretty good. Which was pretty good. Wolf Cop. I'd like to see the sequel. I enjoyed that one. Wolf Creek 2 on Blu-ray. I'd like to get the first one on Blu-ray so I could watch this one. At least like to somehow watch the first one. World War Z with Brad Pitt. The Zombies, I enjoyed it. The Cornetto Flavors trilogy with The World's End, Hot Fuzz, and Shaun of the Dead. I enjoy these films. I enjoyed Simon Pegg. Would You Rather? I enjoyed that one. Which could have been more gruesome though. Wrong Turns 1 through 5. Nice flipper disc set. All the movies have their own discs, so that's nice. But I enjoyed the first one and the second one. The third one was weak. I like the fourth one because I think that's the one where it's like in the snow, I think. Yeah, I like the fourth one, and I like aspects of the fifth one. I like that it's in a town, and then Last Resort was, it got way too weird and incestuous-y, and I didn't like it. And there's a code in there that I need to sell. Yoga Hosers. This is fun, connected to Tusk a little bit. I like it a lot because these things sticks. You're Next. I thought this was a really fun movie myself, so I enjoyed it. I think it became overhyped, or it was like, what's the term I'm looking for? Overrated. I think people are saying it was overrated, but I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Zombieland, classic. And finally, to end it, we've got Zombie Night, which is kind of like The Purge, but with zombies. Oh. Anyway, that is it. That's my horror collection. My complete Blu-ray I guess, and DVD horror collection. What did you guys think about it? Please comment below and let me know. I definitely want to hear your thoughts on the titles that I've got here, and what you guys think I should add to the collection. Let's talk down below. I hope you guys are enjoying your Halloween, and I thought it'd be fun to at least do a horror collection, even though I haven't been on here in a while. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, guys, adios.